Hey, good morning, everyone. I hope the world is at peace and just, oh man. I don't know if the same's for everybody, but when you ask questions to God all your life and you get the answers, is it the same for everybody? Do you just like, oh my God, I actually kind of wish I didn't ask that? You know what I mean? But at the same time, there's a lot of actually, because it's going to be hard. It's going to be really hard. This is actually going to be probably the hardest thing I've ever done. But I see why it's got to be done now. So I've been asking why for a long time. Why is a good question, because without the why, you don't know why you're doing it. You know what I mean? So there's no passion in you to actually do it. There's no drive. You're just like going through the motions. That's what I've been doing all my life, just going through the motions because this is what it gets me and this is what everybody tells me I need to do. So I better just do it because it makes everything way easier. It makes things more peaceful, and I like peace. That's what I want. I want everybody else to be at peace so that I can be at peace, right? And that's normally why, people pleasers do what they do. That's normally the reason, so that they can have peace too in the end, because they know the value in fulfilling everything around themselves to be fulfilled themselves. They're givers. I don't know. We can be takers though, I'm like, I get it. When we're imbalanced, we become, severe, we imbalance others around us when we're imbalanced. It's like the healer, like I'm totally a healer. Like I've always known I was a healer. Well, I don't know, there was a time there when I didn't know, but but like for a long time, normally healers are aware of their gift, but we're not aware of the damage that we're doing trying to heal people when we ourselves are not healed. That was a huge hurdle for me to get over, and I don't know, man, my spirit just keeps telling me to share. So, but for a minute here in the recent past, there was like that, no, don't share. Like, I know I hear you share, but no, there's something not right within me. I can't, no. Something somebody said to me in a comment, actually, it actually stirred within me, which I needed it. I'm glad that God said this through this person, and shoot, it changed everything. It's like, you know what? Maybe there isn't something right in the reflection here. Maybe there is something still going on. Man, I see it. I see it. So, shoot. Always just be addressing your issues, because they can creep right back on you. But what I really, man, this is really hard. Energy. You are an energetic being. You are made, your soul, your spirit is pure energy. It's pure light source. It's pure light. Okay, and the vessel that we're in is a cellular manifestation of said light, said energy. We are a carbon, what's the word for it? We're a carbon imprint, carbon manifestation. Our body is a carbon, exact replica, manifestation of our soul self. And we are pure energy on the inside. We're constantly exchanging energy. There's things called cording. Cording is like energetic tethers for like emotional grounding and to be a part of things, you know what I mean? Like we ground into each other, we hook into each other to create who we are. Like our family and our friends and what we do with it, you know, the things that we're interested in. Those are the things that anchor us into this world. And our pain is our cornerstone of who we are. It's what makes us who we are. It's what drives us to do what we do. And why. It's the why. If you don't know the why, then you don't know anything. You're just going about the motions again. So, like, I don't know. I did it for a long time. I didn't know. I just didn't know I didn't know. Thank you. And thank you guys all for putting up with me and stuff along the way. I know I'm a pretty hard-headed, stiff-necked fool, you know? Don't always like to yield. I'm really, really committed to the things I believe, you know what I mean? You can't persuade me otherwise. Like, I know what I know. You know what I mean? And everybody else feels the same too. So, like, you know, when we're you know, hearing subjective truth, you know, when we hear the objective truth within it, we normally perk our ears up and we adopt things, certain things, and, you know, until our ego can resonate and say, oh, well, yeah, that does actually go with it. God, man, I thought they were flipping the devil like a year ago. Now I see they're actually God. What the hell? You know what I mean? I don't know. There's stuff like that that's a trip. But really, really what I want to get at is the energy that we are and the courting that we do. We want to make sure that it is for emotional grounding and for healthy, good things. Because I can see in my past where I've hooked into people for way toxic reasons, like that I was unaware of, that my shadow was doing it. And it's no excuse. No excuse. None at all. Like, that I own it. It was me. You know what I mean? Just because it was my shadow doesn't mean it wasn't me. It just means it was negatively motivated. You know what I mean? It was ignorance that drove this. But, you know, and it's the same for all of us. We don't realize the things that we do, but we're all batteries for one another and grounding rods for each other, all of us, because we're one soul. When two electrons rub together, they create friction, and a charge is built between the two. Well, that charge has to go somewhere. We have to ground that out somewhere within the body, right? We have to do something with that energy. We can't just hang on to it. We'll explode. We'll combust. Like, there's a lot of... Oh, man, there's a lot of things that are so super relevant that... God, man, do you guys ever get, like, a million thoughts in a second? Like, everything flows in so fast, and my mouth just can't keep up with it. I end up stumbling over everything. Just, it all wants to come out at the same time. But what I'm really trying to get at is, I can see where I've been a battery for a lot of people for a long time. In my human design chart, I'm a generator. I'm like a 2-4 or a 4-2, something like that. I think it's 4-2 is the way it's pronounced, or 2-4. I don't know. I can't remember how it goes. But in my human design chart, I'm a generator, right? Normally, there's manifestors and generators. So, and then there's manifesting generators. These are the people that can do it all on their own. They run multi-billion-dollar companies, and they're just high-functioning people normally. And if they're not high-functioning running multi-billion-dollar companies, they're high-functioning criminals. Serious. I don't know. I'm not really sure what I can say yet. I'm still sorting through a lot of stuff that people tether into you and court into you when they're hurt, when their wound is at the surface, when we're in our shadows. And what happens is they're using your high vibrational energy because you're doing the healing work. You know what I mean? On yourself. So they want to come to you. This is why Mercury retrogrades bring people back to the one who's doing the healing, back to the victim. Because they need that energy to balance back out. They realize, oh shit, I need that energy. So they come back like, hey, look, I love you, and rah, 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 you know, but really is an energetic deficiency in us that drives us back to the third party situation. You know what I mean? Who are you a third wheel to? And unfortunately, energetically, you're trying to be shown that you're a battery to balance out the energy that's imbalanced within that relationship. They're not doing it intentionally, so don't get angry and yell at people and freak out. They don't know what they're doing. They know not what they do. Forgive them. That's serious stuff. This thing's playing out in the war in heaven, on the unseen level. We don't know how toxic we are when we're being toxic. I see where I've been this for my siblings, for my friends, for my family, for my parents even, for my aunt, for my aunt's friend and her spouse, and just I can see all through my life where I've been this for everyone else, which I'm happy to do. I love everyone. I want everybody to balance themselves out. But what we're going to do now from now on is we're going to get to the root of the problem. If I'm in your life, it's because things need to change. I am karmic by nature. I am literally embodied karma. So if I'm in your life, I am your embodied karma at this moment. And God is going to change your life by changing your perspective. So I am no one's battery unless I am willing to be that battery. Now I have the sight to choose to be the battery and how to be the battery, to give my energy when I want to, where I want to, and to withhold my energy when I want to and where I want to. But see, when we decide that we're going to change ourselves, the people that are hooked in, when we decide we're cutting the cords, the people that are hooked in normally freak out because their energy imbalance is fully restored to them imbalanced. I really fear what I have to do, but I know that I have no other choice unless I'm co-signing the devil right now. You know what I mean? Go away, bug. That would be co-signing toxic behavior, which says, yeah, in my divine right, with my divine knowledge, with my consent, go ahead. And that will lead you into destruction with everything else. So be aware of what's actually going on around you and within you and with the people that you... Why? The why. You must know the why. I walk through this world so naive. No, people just want good things just like me. Everybody's the same. Everybody just wants our kids to be able to play together and wars to end and peace to come. And no. There are people out there that love carnage and destruction, and they long for it. They're unhealed people, or there are those that chose that. There are those that come from the other guy. There are those that, he placed here. It was 1/10 at the beginning of it. They took away 9/10 of his followers and threw them into the pit. And 1/10 was allowed to remain, for his work would not be able to be fulfilled. So 1/10 was left to him on the earth, and they have multiplied and bred in with all of the... That's why in the Bible it said to multiply with your own people. It wasn't a racist statement. It was a spiritual thing. Don't breed with the enemy's people. We've all interbred. We're all both. They came down off the mountain and bred with the Gibberim and stuff, with the Canaanites. So we're all in this together, but you better have good boundaries. You better protect your energy, because everyone's in shadow mode. Everyone. As my shadow stares back at me, reminding me, you are too. So that's hilarious. Thank you, Shadow, for reminding me of that. Let's work together this time, right? So I think that's all I'm going to say. It's 15 minutes, but who are you a battery for? And are you consenting? Love you guys. Love and light, and God bless you all.